and welcome to this New Entrepreneurs Foundation's inaugural conference. I'm Neeta Patel, I'm Chief Executive at the NEF, and I'm delighted that so many of you have braved the tube strikes and made it here. I promise you a fantastic afternoon. Is the pursuit of profit and a care for social impact diametrically opposed? Or is it a must-have for any future businesses to succeed? Or is it just an unnecessary distraction? These are the kind of things we've been debating internally, and we've pulled together a fantastic panel of speakers this afternoon.
Talks to all of the big homeless organisations who all go, "Ah, you can't start a street paper over here and give money to the poorest and most abject people in society." Those people who are, that's what they'll do with it. You'll give them even more money, and before you know it, they'll be dead. I recommend that every business has a social echo from the word off, because then you will get more people backing you and more people supporting you. And that's one of the ways that's why I started the social business, because I knew if I started a social business and told people from the very beginning, they would know exactly whether or not they wanted to support me. All you lovely people all you beautiful people who want to change your own fortunes and hopefully change the world in the process, because you will, because you'll take people on and you'll create jobs, and jobs is the best cure for poverty. Best cure. But all businesses are social entities. You cannot run a business without a social aspect to it, and that's what I think is so exciting about social businesses talking to non-social businesses and trying to find a way of working together.
The debate today is an important one. We know that smaller businesses create jobs, and their interest in social impact at an early stage in their journey could be an important building block for their business's future priorities.
We find all of the businesses that we engage with in the City of London, and that's most of them, are very keen on doing much more than their business. They really want to do something to deal with education and employment issues. Some encourage entrepreneurship, some encourage SMEs, a lot do mentoring of one form or another, wide range of programs. We also find they're keen to learn from each other, to do what works and to stop doing what doesn't work. And also they find their staff want it. Increasingly, new recruits are saying to a business, what do you do in the community? Not just how much money can I make?
I think as entrepreneurs, we need to give back, particularly to young people. And the skills that I think we have are the 3 T's. We have time, we have talents, and we have treasure. And the treasure, I guess we could say we have money, and we choose to give back to the communities in which we trade 10% of all the profits that we generate. But that helps young people come up in life, people that maybe need a helping hand, can get themselves back on the bottom rung of the ladder of life.
And as our Shadow Business Secretary has said, what we want to do in government is to tip the balance, the playing ground, so that those companies that deliver the most social value are also the ones which are the most profitable.
I think the main message for people that have attended today is that you really need to be passionate about what you're doing, believe in what you're doing, and no matter how many hurdles are put in front of you, don't get, don't lose that belief. Continue to believe in what you're doing and get over those hurdles however you can, and you'll eventually get to where you need to.
Social entrepreneurs, the top tip I'd say is you've got to be relentless. If you really believe in it, and you're going to have loads of barriers, you're going to have people saying you can't do things because you're that type of person. You've just got a desire and you can see an issue and you want to deal with it in an interesting, innovative way. So there's going to be loads of people that will tell you you can't do it, and you've just got to be relentless and keep going for it.
It's about what your product can achieve, I guess, as well as just what some people consider, which is just the pure thing of giving money to charity. It's about so much more than that. It's about what the entire business does, what the ethos of the business does. They talked a lot about the culture of a business and actually what that means to, and how that can kind of permeate through, I guess, everything you do, which I think is probably more important than just the pure financials of it.
I think I love the debate that was brought around in today's event. I definitely think that it was fantastic to hear different perspectives, not just from the NEF audience, but also from people on the panel who had different views on how social impact should be conducted within a business. It was really useful to hear those standpoints.
It was really interesting to get a debate going and have some sort of, some disagreement, I guess.
Fiery comments all around. It was actually, that inflammatory kind of vibe was interesting in that they were talking about different business models and what worked and what didn't, and it was good to just get a broad range of ideas on that.
For me, I think that the most interesting piece of advice was Gary just saying, you just have to do something you believe in ultimately and something that you feel proud of. And I think that for a lot of people today that does involve some sort of social angle, so it's actually a really good way to look at it. Also Simon saying just do something that makes you happy. I think naturally humans feel happier when we're contributing to some sort of social goal.